Hello physios. Today we learn on temporomandibular joint anatomy. As in this there are two bones which are connected to the temporo and mandibular joint. We come into the anatomy, the TMJ, as it can also be rarely asked as 10 marker. First, what is the type of joint? It is a synovial joint of the condylar variety. It means as there are two bones, it is synovial joint and the articular surfaces. And what are its articulating between the two bones? We can see here articular tubercle, and at anterior part we can see mandibular fossa. At posteriorly, which is non-articular, formed to the tympanic plate. Inferior articular surface formed to the head of mandible, and there are articular surfaces which are covered by your fibrocartilage, and the joint is divided into upper and lower parts into an intra-articular surfaces. Next, we come into the ligaments. There are fibrous capsule, temporomandibular ligament, sphenomandibular ligament and stylomandibular ligament. When coming into the fibrous capsule, you can see here yellow color in the picture. It is get attached to the articular tubercle. It means your articular surfaces. And in front there is a mandibular fossa. Behind there is a tympanic fissure, and below there is mandible, neck of the mandible, and there is a capsule, fibrous capsule. It lines the synovial membrane and the neck of the mandible. The synovial membrane lines the fibrous capsule and neck of the mandible. Next, temporomandibular ligament, as it gets attached to the temporal bone and mandibular neck of the mandibular ligament, and it can strengthen the capsular ligament. Sphenomandibular ligament, as it is an accessory ligament, it gets attached to the sphenoid bone and mandibular bone. Next, we have stylomandibular ligament, as it gets attached to the styloid process and the ramus of the mandible. It is also another accessory ligament of the joint. Next, if we talk about the articular disc, it is in oval shape, and it has a fibrous plate. It is oval. Fibrous plate divides into an upper and lower compartments, where your upper compartments is mainly for your gliding and your lower mainly for your rotatory and gliding movements. And the disc prevents your friction, cushion, and helps in your shock absorption. Friction, cushion and shock absorption, your disc prevents. It acts as cushion and helps in shock absorption. When coming into its relations, in this picture you can see at superiorly middle meningeal artery, inferiorly you can see maxillary artery, at anteriorly you can see lateral pterygoid muscle and masseteric muscles. When coming to posteriorly, you can see here auricular temporal nerve, superficial temporal vessels and external carotid artery. When coming laterally, in the middle you can see the skin and superficial fascia, your parotid gland, your retromandibular vein and your facial nerve, and it's your deep fascia. When coming into the medial, we can see, it means at the back we can see internal carotid artery, the tympanic plate and also the chorda tympani nerves. These are your relations of your TMJ. When entering into the blood supply, we have superficial temporal and maxillary artery, which are the branches, and it follows the veins. Branches from superficial temporal and maxillary artery. Your nerve supply has masseteric nerve and auriculotemporal nerve. Movements with muscles. Your depression, open mouth, lateral pterygoid, digastric, and your geniohyoid and mylohyoid. And its elevation, Your closed mouth, it indicates masseter temporalis, medial pterygoid muscle, your protrusion, lateral and medial pterygoid muscle, retraction, temporalis, masseter. If we go on into the side movements, if you are keeping food in the right side chewing, what happens? It can activate. It means the muscle works to the left side, lateral and medial pterygoid, and right temporalis and masseter muscle. If you are chewing at the left side, your right lateral medial pterygoid, left temporalis and masseter muscle works. These are your side to side movements with muscles. When lastly we'll end up with some applied anatomy. It is any dislocation of mandible. It causes when you are yawning more, like you are getting early, any festival or any occasion or any marriage. Suppose you are earning more than your head of the mandible, your mandible will slips. It will happen at rarely, so it will slips at anteriorly into the infratemporal fossa. Then as a result, it will be inability to close the mouth. Then what you need to do at the time, with the help of your thumbs, it means how to reduce the size if is there in any head of the mandible gets slipping. You need to place the thumb at the last molar teeth, and at the same time you need to elevate the chin. Then it will set right into the position. In operations, you can also be done with auriculotemporal nerve and the branch of mandibular, which is your fifth cranial nerve. It should be preserved with some care. This is a applied anatomy of TMJ joint. Once again, I will tell about the bullet points to be covered out. Type of joint, your articular surfaces with some diagram, ligaments showing a diagram, articular disc, relations so compulsory and the diagram, blood supply, nerve supply. Some it may also ask as 5 marker what are the movements with muscles. Then applied anatomy, dislocation of mandible. Thanks for watching SPN.